Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Tracy, Lady in Red, reads the Word. And I'm going to be starting today on the book of Judges, chapter 18. So I pray that you're following along with me and enjoying reading this book with me, book of Judges. I wanted to open up with a worship song today. The name of it is The King of Who I Am. So please join along, follow with me, help me out at home. And if you don't know it, I pray you enjoy it. And if you do know it, I pray you help me out and join in. But once we're finished with this hymn, I'm going to start in the book of Judges, chapter 18. My days are filled with laughter. My heart has known your peace. I've traveled far, still there is far to go. 'Cause in my heart there is a longing to look upon your face. And where you are is where I want to be. You are my King. You are the Lamb, the Lion of Judah, seed of Abraham, the Holy One, God's only Son. You are the King of who I am. You are my King. You are the Lamb, the Lion of Judah, seed of Abraham, the Holy One, God's only Son. You are the King of who I am. Every road I've traveled down, you have walked before me, made the light to shine out of darkness. But I am looking for the day when I will bow before you and lay my crown at your feet. You are my King. You are the Lamb, the Lion of Judah, seed of Abraham, the Holy One, God's only Son. You are the King of who I am. Every road I've traveled down, you have walked before me, made the light to shine out of darkness. But I am looking for the day when I will bow before you and I lay my crown at your feet. You are my King. You are the Lamb, the Lion of Judah, seed of Abraham, the Holy One, God's only Son. You are the King of who I am. You are my King. You are the Lamb, the Lion of Judah, seed of Abraham, the Holy One, God's only Son. You are the King of who I am. You are the King of who I am. You are the King of who I am. King of who I am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me as I tried to sing that song today, The King of Who I Am. Thank you so much for following along with me today. I'm going to be picking up in the book of Judges on chapter 18, so please follow along with me today. In those days there was no king in Israel, and in those days the tribe of the Danites sought them an inheritance to dwell in. For unto that day all their inheritance had not fallen unto them among the tribes of Judah. And the children of Dan sent of their families 5 men from their coast, men of valor, from Zorah and from Ashtola, to spy out the land and to search it. And they said unto them, Go search the land. Who, when they came to Mount Ephraim, to the house of Mecca, they lodged there. When they were by the house of Michel, they knew the voice of the young men, the Levite. And they turned in thither and said to him, Who brought you here? And what are you doing in this place? And what have you here? And he said unto them, Thus and thus dealt Mecca with me, and has hired me, and I am his priest. And they said unto him, Ask counsel, we pray you, of God, that we may know whether our way which we go shall be prosperous. And the priest said unto them, Go in peace before the Lord is your way wherein you go. Then the 5 men departed and came to Lachish, and saw the people who were therein, how they dwelt careless, after the manner of the Zidonians, quiet and secure, and there was no magistrate in the land that might put them to shame in anything, and they were far from the Zidonians, and had no business with any man. And they came unto their brethren to Zorah and Ashtola, and their brethren said unto them, What do you say? And they said, Arise, that we may go up against them. For we have seen the land, and behold, it is very good, and are you still? Be not slothful to go, and to enter in possessing the land. When you go, you shall come unto a people secure, and to a large land, for God has given it into your hands, a place where there is no want of anything that is in the earth. And there went from thence of the families of the Danites, out of Zorah and out of Ashtola, 600 men appointed with weapons of war. And they went up and pitched in Jearim and Judah, wherefore they called that place Mahanaim Dan until this day. Behold, it is behind Jearim. And they passed thence unto Mount Ephraim, and came unto a house of Mecca. Then answered the 5 men who went to spy out the country of Lachish, and said unto their brethren, Do you know that there is these houses in Ephraim, and a teraphim, and a graven image, and a molten image? Now therefore consider what you have to do. And they turned thitherward, and came to the house of the young man, the Levite, even unto the house of Mecca, and saluted him. And the 600 men appointed with their weapons of war, which were of the children of Dan, stood by the entering of the gate. And the 5 men who went to spy out the land went up, and came in thither, and took the graven image, and the ephod, and the teraphim, and the molten image. And the priest stood in the entering of the gate with the 600 men who were appointed with weapons of war. And these went into Mecca's house, and fetched and carved images in ephod, and the teraphim, and the molten image. Then said the priest unto them, What are you doing? And they said unto him, Hold your peace, lay your hand upon your head. and go with us, and be to us a father and a priest. Is it better for you to be a priest unto the house of one man, or that you be a priest unto a tribe in the family of Israel? And the priest's heart was glad, and he took the ephod and the teraphim and the graven image, and went in the midst of the people. So they turned and departed, and put the little ones and the cattle in the carriage before them. And when they were good way from the house of Mitchell, the men who were in the houses near Mitchell's house were gathered together, and overtook the children of Dan. And they cried unto the children of Dan, and they turned their faces and said unto Mitchell, What ails you that you come with such a company? And he said, You have taken away my gods, which I made in the priests, and you are gone away, and what have I more? And what is this that you say unto me, What ails you? And the children of Dan said unto him, Let not your voice be heard among us, lest anger fellows run upon you, and you lose your life with the lives of your household. And the children of Dan went their way, and when Mitchell saw that they were too strong for him, he turned and went back unto his house. And they took the things which Mitchell had made, and the priests which he had, and came unto Lachish, unto a people who were a quiet and secure. And they smote them with the edge of the sword, and burnt the city with fire. And there was no deliverer, because it was far from Zidon, and they had no business with any man, and it was in the valley that lies by Beth Rahab. And they built a city and dwelt therein. And they called the name of the city Dan, after the name of Dan their father, who was born unto Israel. Howbeit the name of the city was Lachish at the first. And the children of Dan set up the graven image, and Jonathan the son of Gershom, and the son of Manasseh, he and his sons were priests to the tribe of Dan until the day of the captivity of the land. And they set them up Mitchell's graven image, which he made all the time that the house of God was in Shiloh. Judges chapter 19. And it came to pass in those days, when there was no king in Israel, that there was a certain Levite surgeon on the side of Mount Ephraim, who took to him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah. And his concubine played the whore against him, and went away from him unto her father's house to Bethlehem, Judah, and was there 4 whole months. And her father arose and went after her, to speak friendly unto her, and to bring her again, having his servant with him, and a couple of asses, and she brought him into her father's house. And when the father of the damsel saw him, he rejoiced to meet him. And his father-in-law, the damsel's father, retained him, and he abode with him 3 days. So they did eat and drink and lodged there. And it came to pass on the 4th day, when they arose early in the morning, that he rose up to depart. And the damsel's father said unto his son-in-law, Comfort your heart with a morsel of bread, and afterwards go your way. And they sat down and did eat and drink, both of them together. For the damsel's father had said unto the man, Be content, I pray you, and tarry all night, and let your heart be merry. And when the man rose up to depart, his father-in-law urged him, therefore he lodged there again. And he arose early morning on the 5th day to depart, and the damsel's father said, Comfort your heart, I pray you. And they tarried until afternoon, and they did eat both of them. And when the man rose up to depart, he and his concubine and his servants, his father-in-law, the damsel's father said unto him, Behold, now the day draws toward evening. I pray you tarry all night. Behold, the day grows to an end. Lodge here, that your heart may be merry, and tomorrow Get you early on your way, that you may go home. But the man would not tarry that night, but he rose up and departed, and came over against Jebus, which is Jerusalem, and there were with him 2 asses saddled. His concubine also was with him. And when they were by Jebus, the day was far spent, and the servant said unto his master, Come, I pray you, and let us turn into the city of the Jebusites, and lodge in it. And his master said unto him, We will not turn aside hither into the city of the strangers, that is not of the children of Israel. We will pass over to Jebus. And he said unto his servants, Come, and let us draw near to one of these places to lodge all night, in Gibeah or in Ramah. And they passed on and went their way, and the sun went down upon them when they were in Gibeah, which belongs to Benjamin. And they turned aside thither to go in and to lodge in Gibeah. And when he went in, he set him down in the street of the city, for there was no man who took them into his house to lodge. And behold, there came an old man from his work out of the field in the evening, which was also of Mount Ephraim, and he sojourned in Gibeah. But the men of the place were Benjamite. And when he had lifted up his eyes and saw a wayfaring man in the street of the city, and the old man said, Where are you going, and from whence had you come? And he said unto him, We are passing from Bethlehem, Judah, toward the side of Mount Ephraim. From thence am I. And I went to Bethlehem, Judah, but I am now going to the house of the Lord, and there is no man who receives me to house. Yet there is both straw and provender for our asses, and there is bread and wine also for me, and for your handmaid, and for your young man which is with you, with your servants. There is no want of anything. And the old man said, Peace be with you. Howsoever, let all your wants lie upon me. Only lodge not in the street. So he brought him into his house, and gave provenders unto his asses, and they washed their feet, and did eat and drink. Now, as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Bela, beset the house round about, and beat at the door, and spoke to the master of the house. The old man saying, Bring forth the men who came into your house, that we may know him. And the men, the master of the house, went out unto them, and said unto him, No, my brethren, no, I pray you, do not so wickedly. Seeing that this man is come into my house, do not this fully. Behold, here is my daughter a maiden, and his concubine. Them I will bring out now, and humble you them, and do with them what seems good unto you. But unto this man do not so vile a thing. But the man would not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine, and brought her forth unto them. And they knew her, and abused her all the night until the morning. And when the day began to spring, they let her go. Then came the woman in the dawning of the day, and fell down at the door of the man's house, where her Lord was, till it was light. And her Lord rose up in the morning, opened the doors of the house, and went out to go his way. And behold, the woman his concubine was fallen down at the door of the house, and her hands were upon the threshold. And he said unto her, Up, and let us be going. But none answered. Then the man took her up upon an ass, and the man rose up and gat him unto his place. And when he was come into his house, he took a knife, and laid hold on his concubine, and divided her together with her bones into 12 pieces, and set her into all the coast of Israel. And it was so that all who saw it said, there was no such deed done nor seen from the day that the children of Israel came out of the land of Egypt until this day. Consider of it, take advice, and speak your mind. Judges chapter 20. Then all the children of Israel went out, and the congregation was gathered together as one man, from Dan even to Beersheba, with the land of Gilead, unto the Lord in Mizpah. And the chief of all the people, even of all the tribes of Israel, presented themselves in the assembly of the people of God, 400,000 footmen who drew swords. Now the children of Benjamin heard that the children of Israel were gone up to Mizpah. Then said the children of Israel, tell us how was this wickedness? And the Levite, the husband of the woman who was slain, answered and said, I came into Gibeah that belongs to Benjamin, I and my concubine to lounge. And the men of Gibeah rose against me and beset the house round about upon me by night, and thought to have slain me and my concubine. Have they forced that she is dead? And I took my concubine and cut her in pieces, and sent her throughout all the country of an inheritance of Israel. For they have committed lewdness and folly in Israel. Behold, you are all children of Israel. Give her your advice and counsel. And all the people arose as one man, saying, we will not any of us go to his tent, neither will we any of us turn into his house. But now this shall be the thing which we will do to Gibeah. We will go up by lot against it, and we will take 10 men of 100 throughout all the tribes of Israel, and 100 of 1,000, and 1,000 out of 10,000, to fetch virtues for the people, that they may do when they come to Gibeah of Benjamin, according to all the folly that they have wrought in Israel. So all the men of Israel were gathered together in the city, knit together as one man. And the tribes of Israel sent men throughout all the tribes of Benjamin, saying, what wickedness is this that is done among you? Now therefore deliver us the men, the children of Baal, which are in Gibeah, that we may put them to death and put away evil from Israel. But the children of Benjamin would not hearken to the voice of their brethren, the children of Israel. But the children of Benjamin gathered themselves together out of the city unto Gibeah, to go out to battle against the children of Israel. And the children of Benjamin were numbered at that time out of the cities 26,000 men who drew swords, beside the inhabitants of Gibeah, which were numbered 700 chosen men. Among all this people there were 700 chosen men left-handed. Every one could sling stones at an hair breadth and not miss. And the men of Israel said, Benjamin, where numbered 400,000 men who drew swords, all these were men of war. And the children of Israel rose and went up to the house of God, and asked counsel of God, and said, which of us shall go up first to battle against the children of Benjamin? And the Lord said, Judah shall go up first. And the children of Israel rose up in the morning and encamped against Gibeah. And the men of Israel went out to battle against Benjamin. And the men of Israel put themselves in array to fight against them at Gibeah. And the children of Benjamin came forth out of Gibeah and destroyed down to the ground of the Israelites that day 22,000 men. And the people, the men of Israel, encouraged themselves and set their battle again in array in the place where they put themselves in array the first day. And the children of Israel went up and wept before the Lord until evening, and asked counsel of the Lord, saying, Shall I go up again to battle against the children of Benjamin, my brother? And the Lord said, Go up against him. And the children of Israel came near against the children of Benjamin the second day. And Benjamin went forth against them out of Gibeah the second day, and destroyed down to the ground of the children of Israel again 18,000 men. All these drew the sword. Then all the children of Israel and all the people went up and came unto the house of God, and wept, and sat there before the Lord, and fasted that day until evening, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. And the children of Israel inquired of the Lord, for the ark of the covenant of God was there in those days. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, stood before it in those days, saying, Shall I yet again go out to battle against the children of Benjamin, my brother, or shall I cease? And the Lord said, Go up, for tomorrow I will deliver them into your hands. And Israel set liers in wait round about Gibeah. And the children of Israel went up against the children of Benjamin on the third day, and put themselves in array against Gibeah, as at other times. And the children of Benjamin went out against the people, and were drawn away from the city, and they began to smite of the people, and kill, as at other times, in the highways, of which one goes up to the house of God, and the other to Gibeah in the field, about 30 men of Israel. And the children of Benjamin said, They are smitten down before us, as at the first. But the children of Israel said, Let us flee, and draw them from the city unto the highways. And all the men of Israel rose up out of their place, put themselves in array at Baal Tamar. And the liers in wait of Israel came forth out of their places, even out of the meadows of Gibeah. And there came against Gibeah 10,000 chosen men of Israel, and the battle was sore. But they knew not that evil was near them. And the Lord smote Benjamin before Israel. And the children of Israel destroyed of the Benjamites that day 25,100 men. All these drew the sword. So the children of Benjamin saw that they were smitten, for the men of Israel gave place to the Benjamites, because they trusted unto the lier in wait, which they had set beside Gibeah. And the liers in wait hastened and rushed upon Gibeah, and the liers in wait drew themselves along, and smote all the city with the edge of the sword. Now there was an appointed sign between the men of Israel and the liers in wait, that they should make a great flame with smoke rise up out of the city. And when the men of Israel retired in the battle, Benjamin began to smite and kill of the men of Israel about 30 persons. For they said, Surely they are smitten down before us, as in the first battle. But when the flames began to rise up out of the city with a pillar of smoke, the Benjamites looked behind them, and behold, the flames of the city ascended up to heaven. And when the men of Israel turned again, the men of Benjamin were amazed, for they saw that evil was come upon them. Therefore they turned their backs before the men of Israel unto the way of the wilderness. But the battle overtook them, and them which came out of the cities they destroyed in the midst of them. Thus they enclosed the Benjamites round about, and chased them, and trod down with ease over against Gibeah toward the sunrising. And there fell of Benjamin 18,000 men. All these were men of valor. And they turned and fled toward the wilderness unto the rock of Rimmon. And they gleaned of them in the highways 5,000 men, and pursued hard after them unto Gibeah, and killed 2,000 men of them, so that all which fell that day of Benjamin were 25,000 men who drew the sword. All these were men of valor, but 600 men turned and fled to the wilderness unto the rock Rimmon, and abode in the rock Rimmon 4 months. And the men of Israel turned again upon the children of Benjamin, and smote them with the edge of the sword, as well the men of every city as the beasts, and all who came to hand. Also they set on fire all the cities that they came to. Judges chapter 21. Now the men of Israel had sworn in Mizpah, saying, there shall not any of us give his daughter unto Benjamin to wife. And the people came to the house of God and abided there till evening before God, and lifted up their voices and wept sore, and said, O Lord God of Israel, why is this come to pass in Israel, that there should be today one tribe lacking in Israel? And it came to pass on the morrow that the people rose early and built there an altar of offering burnt offerings and peace offering. And the children of Israel said, who is there among all the tribes of Israel who came not up with the congregation unto the Lord? For they had made a great oath concerning him who came not up to the Lord to Mizpah, saying, he shall surely be put to death. And the children of Israel repented them for Benjamin their brother, and said, there is one tribe cut off from Israel this day. How shall we do for wives for them who remain, seeing we have sworn by the Lord that we will not give them of our daughters to wife? And they said, what one is there of the tribes of Israel that came not up to Mizpah to the Lord? And behold, there came none of the camp from Gibeah Gilead to the assembly, for the people were numbered, and behold, there were none of the inhabitants of Gibeah Gilead there. And the congregation sent thither 12,000 men of the valiantest, and commanded them, saying, go and smite the inhabitants of Gibeah Gilead with the edge of the sword, with the women and the children. And this is the thing that you shall do. You shall utterly destroy every male, every woman who has lain by man. And they found among the inhabitants of Gibeah Gilead 400 young virgins, who had known no man by lying with any male, and they brought them unto the camp to Shiloh, which is in the land of Canaan. And the whole congregation sent some to speak to the children of Benjamin, who were in the rock Rimmon, and to call peaceably unto them. And Benjamin came again at that time, and they came them wives which they had saved alive of the women of Gibeah Gilead, and yet so they sufficed them not. And the people repented them for Benjamin, because that the Lord had made a breach in the tribes of Israel. Then the elders of the congregation said, how shall we do for wives for them who remain, seeing the women were destroyed out of Benjamin? And they said, there must be an inheritance for them who be escaped of Benjamin, that a tribe be not destroyed out of Israel. Howbeit we may not give them wives of our daughters, for the children of Israel have sworn, saying, cursed be he who gives a wife to Benjamin. Then they said, behold, there is a feast of the Lord in Shiloh yearly, in a place which is on the north side of Bethlehem. on the east side of the highway that goes up from Bethel to Ashistrom on the south of Lebanon. Therefore they commanded the children of Benjamin, saying, Go and lie in wait in the vineyards, and see and behold, if the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance in dances, then come you out of the vineyard, and catch you every man his wife of his daughters of Shiloh, and go to the land of Benjamin. And it shall be, when their fathers or their brethren come unto us to complain, that we may say unto them, Be favorable unto them for your sake, because we reserve not to each man his wife in the war. For you did not give unto them at this time, that you should be guilty. And the children of Benjamin did so, and took them wives according to their number of them who danced, whom they caught. And they went and returned unto their inheritance, and repaired the city, and dwelt in them. And the children of Israel departed thence at that time, every man to his tribe and to his family. And they went out from thence, every man to his inheritance. And those days there was no king in Israel. Every man did that which was right in his own eyes. Thank you so much for following along with me today. We just concluded with the book of Judges, and we're going to be picking up with Ruth on my next reading. So please continue to follow along and tell others about my channel, and like, subscribe, and just click that subscribe button. I appreciate it so much, and thank you so much for helping me today sing that hymn, The King of Who I Am. I really appreciate you following along with me, and appreciate you watching my channel as we continue this process of reading the entire Bible together daily. So thank you once again, and have a happy day.